Well, howdy, loved ones. It is old Clobber Eyes. What's going on, Rammy? What's going on, Christopher? Hope everyone's having a great weekend. What's up, Aerodo? Yahoo Police. Hiya! Who doesn't love JP Dub? I know. What's going on, Jordan? What's going on, Lily? Yeah, long time no see. Bartek. What's going on, Bartek? How is everybody? Dustin McFetridge's Kane. Razor Kane. Hello, mother dear. Who doesn't love JPW? I mean, JPW is a bit of a polar. What's up, Ashy? He's a bit of a polarizing figure for sure. And I don't know if it was this week or last week, but there was a lot of JPW stuff going on. And I didn't get to comment on it too much. And I love JPW. What's up, ADD? What's going on, Johnny? Socks? Travis? What's going on, everybody? Lauren20014. What is up, everybody? So, I know a lot of people love JPW. A lot of people hate JPW. I don't know. What does everybody think? What's up, Sue? Is everybody I'm a huge fan of JPW. This story is just so fucking fantastic that how can you not be a fan of this guy? Hey, Frigid, precious little frozen. Yeah. What's up, Kevin? What's going on? You're not a fan of JPWs? Oh my goodness, that's not my style. This is my style, Rammy. So the original videos that I'm about to play are on Joey's channel. I put links to both Joey's channel and to both of these videos. So if you haven't seen them and you want to hear them without old Clobber Eyes, you're free to click on these links, and you won't. All you'll hear is the sweet, sweet sounds of JPW. So what I have is the JPW, the TCAP footage. I guess it's the raw footage because I know you can't really put the NBC stuff on there. Hi, Deborah XOXOXO. You can't really put the raw or the NBC footage on there, so I think you could just put the raw footage on there. So let's get it. I just want to say before I get it, Joey in the last couple of weeks has had to deal with a lot of really insane fuckers between JPW and his like crazy ramblings and that fucking crazy book that he wrote and Dark Hero's crazy ass. I don't know if anybody heard the Dark Hero stuff. Dark Hero is he's a fucking lunatic. What's up, Kingpin? Kayla Marie Armstrong. What's up, Punky? Emma. Hey, Emma. Lauren wants to sister his own store. What do you mean there, Emma? Lauren wants do you mean his sister to run his store? That's my goddamn store. So JP Dub. Ecto Cooler. Yeah, Ember talked to Ember and Joey talked to Dark Hero. It's on, I don't know, is it on Ember's channel? Ember, is it on your channel? Or is it on you guys Lawrence, here's the thing though. I own the trademark to all that shit. He can't run this store. That's my fucking store. So he can compete with me. All right, that's good. I can't wait for that. Ecto Cooler, man. Ecto Cooler was so fucking good. Was that on your channel, Ember, or was that on Joey's, the Dark Hero stuff? He is so fucking crazy. What's up, honey daddy? All right, let's get to this. Let's get to this fucking John Pierre Wehry. I didn't publish it, but it's on his channel. Okay, great. So I have a link to Joey's channel on here. So Nazi Fanta, these guys in their fucking Fanta. I'll tell you, you got to stay away from that orange Fanta. Is that Chris Chan? Dark Hero might have a point with staying away from orange Fanta. What's up, Bobby? What's up, bless your heart? Oh, okay. Okay, so yeah, okay, so the first 10 minutes, yeah, fucking NBC again. How y'all doing, NBC? Fucking JPW makes one of the great entrances in all of TCAP. He does that thing. I don't think we got to hear the thing, and then like he opens the screen door and then fucking crashes into it. I love JPW, man. Yeah, Geno Samuel. Well, those actually aren't old, or they're not new. Rami, those are re-uploads. He put it on his like second channel. Face to face. You're gonna get me every time.
Face to face right off. You managed to bring your camera?
It was like
hey, Eric.
Wehry had gone through an eco-challenge race.
It sure is.
He had walked.
That was his problem. His problem was he was walking. What's up, Butterfingers? Spencer? The Volkswagen. Where can I get your cod coffee mug? That's coming soon. If Lauren wants to battle, we're going to battle, man. I'm going to put that shit out there, and we'll see. We'll see who moves more merchandise.
Gotten on a bus. He had walked some more. And when you see him come up the driveway, he's got a backpack and a hat, and he looks like a hiker. And he's weary. Thirsty. JPW was thirsty. That's for sure, Chris. Hey, sir, could you come back over here, please, and have a seat right on there?
What's up, trophies?
You'd be in a hurry there.
If it wouldn't got away with it, if it wasn't for that meddling NBC, he would have, man.
Wait, have a seat right there, please.
All right. I love the getup, man. I love the little hat he's got on, his little sweater, those big ass fucking headphones. I wonder what kind of music is JPW listening to? I bet you he's listening to Stephen GC.
Please sit down.
There it is. Yeah, so I think Joey had to obscure the beginning of this because NBC fucking takes it down right away. You think he was listening to? I think he was Boys to Men. That's probably what he was listening to. Colin Ray, maybe. Asian Barbie. Hey, Asian Barbie. Missed you. Wehry was weary. He was, Deborah.
You there?
I meant battle. I want to see Clobber and Lauren battle face to face. Face to face. Who knows? Maybe one day. They're not. Clobber and Lauren are not getting along these days.
You there?
Is Dell being a boy or a girl? Dell is a boy named Luke in this one. I don't know if it's still. I think it's in the dump, but the Ember has the "No One Like Luke" song with John Pierre Wehry and that fucking and Stanley Kendall and what's that name of the piece of shit who shot himself? Condrat.
Yeah,
They're all dancing and like fucking in the park with their. Yeah, it's a funny video.
Hey, come on in.
You hear that mating call? Can I take him? Like in a fight? I mean, I don't know. He probably not. I don't know. I mean, I am younger and I don't smoke, and so maybe I don't know. Like you mean like we did in the olden days? Maybe.
Slow it down for a second, all right?
Yeah. I'd be willing to try.
You managed to bring your camera? Sorry, that busted.
Hey, sir, can you come back over here, please?
Lauren and Savior, long time no see.
Please, and have a seat right on there. You should be in a hurry there.
I can take him in a spelling bee. I know that.
Wait, have a seat right there, please.
All right.
John Pierre.
Why were you in such a hurry to go up on the other side of the fence?
Oh, nothing. I thought I was looking for somebody, and that's all.
Yeah, he was looking for somebody, and that's all. Oh, nothing. Anytime somebody asks you a question, your answer is, oh, nothing. You're lying. You're lying, JP Dub. I said, well, this part you're lying. I think the rest of the story is legit, though.
Sorry.
And who were you looking for?
John
Riverside.
Pedersen.
John
Pedersen.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And why were you looking for John?
Don't be stupid,
Well,
Chris.
I was going to talk about some business.
And what business was that?
I'm going to try to find a job somewhere, and heard about John Pedersen?
Who hasn't heard about John Pedersen? Everybody who came to the Sting House that day was looking for John Pedersen. John Pedersen is the Loki of, he's the god of mischief. He's always fucking people over, like poor innocent JPW. And JPW, at this point, JPW knew he was on his third strike, man. He knew he was going to jail. So he was just throwing everything out there.
I heard there was a guy named John Pedersen in the area. That's all I know.
In the area?
John Pedersen or Scott Pedersen is a legitimate businessman. It is, Rammy.
That's all.
And why did you come to this house looking for John Pedersen?
John Pedersen's all I need.
Had a phone call.
A phone call.
He gets mysterious fucking phone calls. He's like Dark Hero. Dark Hero's fucking television talks to him, and Jean-Pierre Wehry's like phone talks to him. It's been like his service has been cut off for like 2 years, but he still receives calls somehow from John Pedersen looking for work and stuff. What's going on, Edgar?
Yeah.
From?
In fact, I don't actually know the guy.
Yeah.
Besides the fact that his name is...
D-Max Kane was there.
I don't even remember his name. It was about 5 hours ago. I've been walking.
How far did you walk today?
Hold on, let me figure it.
How far did I walk?
Come on, John. Pierre, Damien, Michael.
Where did you come from?
Holy.
I came from the mall down the road.
No, but originally, where did you...
The NHL. It's not just the NHL, but it's Xbox. Microsoft is putting ideas in Dark Hero's brain. I wonder what's putting fucking ideas in JPW's brain.
I started off in Claremont.
Claremont.
Yeah.
And how far away is that?
I have
At 11 p.m. at night. Yeah, I don't know. I don't know what I'm doing. I'm out of my mind.
Yeah.
So you took a bus?
I took a bus part of the way.
Micel, what's up?
And walked the rest?
Walrus, what's going on,
I was
Walrus?
just walking up the road because I was looking, and
If you're drunk right now, you're drunk as Lauren right now. Well, that's fucking drunk, man.
I was told that, there's a John Pedersen that has a construction company in the area. And that,
So you were just walking down the road,
I
and you
just
thought
thought-
that this fellow with the construction company lived in this house.
somebody told me that he lived,
Somebody? Who was somebody?
a young man on the phone.
A young man on the phone. And how did you reach this young man on the phone?
So wait, I thought he okay. I need to get his story straight. What's going on, Wine Winnie? So the young man on the phone told him about John Pedersen, or was the young man on the phone that John Pedersen? Does anybody know how that goes? I think this is prime house hunting hours. It is like 11 p.m. at night. He's just crashing into people's screen doors and doing the Jean-Pierre Wehry mating call.
He had called me. Or,
He had called you just out of the blue?
no, I think he had my number.
Yeah. How would he get your number, John? Oh man, do I know how to fucking pause on a video? Well, I interrupted every fucking 10 seconds, so I guess it just,
How did he get your number?
He's
I
licking
don't
those
know
lips,
how he
boy.
got my number. I know that
He wants that milk in that bag so badly.
I've been putting out word that I'm looking for a job, and I was told that John Pedersen lived here, or in this neighborhood.
So
All I have is his address.
you received a call from someone who you didn't know,
What's up,
who
Dante?
said, go to a house where you've
No.
never been
I know.
to see a man you've never met
I
to
know-
get a job. Is that correct?
No, what I said to
Yeah,
you.
it seems legit to me. I don't know what See, I think Chris Hansen's been in media so long that he's just jaded now. So when he hears a perfectly reasonable story, what's he do? The first thing he does is he's accusing poor innocent Jean-Pierre Wehry of malfeasance.
Is I have a friend.
Right.
Okay.
Yeah, right, Kayla? He had a friend.
He told me about a guy named John Pedersen that lives.
He had a friend whose name he doesn't know, who called him and told him about a guy named John Pedersen. So far, the story sticks.
In this neighborhood. Okay. I had an address. I found out where this
What's up, Mark?
neighborhood was. I walked. I'm looking for work.
You couldn't just call John Pedersen on the phone?
my discrepancy is work. I need a job. You know, Kingpin, I know who might be able to help you with that. A guy named John Scott Pedersen.
I was not given his actual
Is this
number.
a gay porno?
I was told he was just.
It might turn into one.
Just hanging out waiting for you.
No.
At a
No.
11:20 at night.
My problem is I was walking.
That always gets me too. That's always my problem. The problem is he was walking.
My problem is I was walking.
I love JPW. Bass Shaman did a stream one time, a JPW stream, and he couldn't get through it because he got so frustrated he had to stop. I love JPW. He's very what's going on, Lady Sardonicus? He's very polarizing though. A lot of people fucking hate him, and I understand why, but I think he's hysterical, man.
So you thought you were going to come to a job interview at this home at 11:20 at night?
I was going to leave a note.
You were leaving now.
That's all I'm going to do. That's all. That's all I have.
Do you see why that doesn't make sense?
Well, I understand there's construction up here.
Yeah, obviously. If you see construction, obviously there's somebody hiring, right? So just what you do, if you see construction somewhere, you start walking into random houses. That's how you get work.
Okay, that's what I know. And
CTP, I actually just messaged you. There was a stream that I wanted to do that you already did, but I just wanted your okay before I did it. What's up, Jess?
I was told that John, I could leave a note here because young man, I don't know, college kid knows John. I don't know.
A college kid.
And when I called the number, he said, "Yeah, come on."
That's how Spencer got his job. That's how I got my job. You just walk into random houses and look for work and stuff. Scott Pedersen is everywhere. He's omnipresent.
The back gates, the gates open.
And what's your name?
Hey, Mandy.
My name is Michael.
Michael Wilson.
That's another thing about this motherfucker. He has like 115 different names. He's John, Pierre, Wehry, Michael, Wiltsey, Damien. He has some kind of weird French name that he wrote his fucking his stupid book under. This guy's got like. This guy is Joey Jojo Shabadoo Jr.
No, Michael Wehry.
Michael Wehry.
What's up, Edamame?
And what's your email address?
Okay, cool. CTP.
An email address?
Yeah. How about jmichaelwiltsey@yahoo.com?
I think I have used J. Michael Wiltsey.
Yeah, maybe
I used that a long time ago.
Maybe about a long time ago. He is fooling Chris with this fancy verbal footwork. You're not ready for this guy, Chris.
How about today?
He did, Jordan.
How about
he wrote his memoirs. Well, he co-wrote it. Somebody in, I think his cellmate or something helped him write it because, I mean, he's just not very coherent. But I'm actually going to play Joey's interview with JPW after this video. So it's wrong,
how
you
about
idiot.
on the 30th of December? You could use it.
Oh, no, I was...
If you Google his email, you find lots of posts he made in a prison reform Yahoo group. I don't think the reform group stuck, Joe.
How about
Joey, I was just saying that you had to deal with like two fucking maniacs. Like you had to talk to John Pierre Wehry and fucking Dark Hero. Joe, which guy is fucking crazier?
the 31st of December?
On the 31st of December.
How about on January 4th?
Check out Joey's channel for John Pierre Wehry's book because thank God Joey did like the Cliff Notes version of it because I wouldn't be able to sit through I wouldn't be able to read this fucking book. And the only reason I want to read this book is because I want to hear about the Catch a Predator stuff and the Mexican on the bus and John Pedersen. And he doesn't talk about any of that. In fact, he doesn't even bring up To Catch a Predator at all. He makes a fucking bullshit story about why he got arrested, like for the third strike.
Michael, did you use it?
Been going through a hard time. Oh, I'm sorry to hear that, Edamame. I hope this helps.
I haven't been on a computer.
At least you're not JP Dub, and at least you're not, because JP Dub's rotting in prison right now, and Lauren Armstrong's rotting in Cornville, getting into merchandise wars with old Clobber Eyes.
A while myself. I used to.
How about on the 5th?
When I was married, I used to use that name.
When you were married. Was he married?
Why don't
Oh, yeah,
you
he
just
was.
tell me the truth?
Why did you change your name when you were married, JP Dub? That's not how it works. It's supposed to work the other way around.
So I don't know when
It's
you're
going to be a
born.
lot easier if you just tell me the truth.
Someone needs to do a self-torture and
It's going to be a
compare.
lot easier for what? Okay.
No, JPW's book is, well, JPW, here's the thing about JPW's book. Like, it's basically very honest and, like, he talks about, like, some fucking horrible things. Lauren's book is just fucking out there. I don't know where Lauren's book is more of a fantasy, where JPW's book is, it's his memoir. It's like it was his life, except at the very end when he, bullshitted about why he got arrested. And I understand why he bullshitted. I mean, you don't want to write that you're a sex offender and you were trying to fuck a little kid named Luke in your memoirs, but
Okay, look. I had a phone call.
that's good,
That's
Edamame.
what I had. Okay.
That's all he
That's
had.
what I had. I came to what was constructed. I was going to leave a note. That's all I have.
That's all he has.
I was going to get myself back to town and go home.
You willing to send me a couple good news? You are one sexy boy. How tall?
I think JPW doesn't realize that Chris is reading him the chat log because he looks very interested.
Give me dimensions, please.
I don't know what that refers to.
I think I do, JP Dub. And it's not construction and staff.
I am in the process of going through a dating service for a girl that, and I've been trying to see,
Of course, how can I know you're not a cop or working for them or trying to blank with me?
Oh, hell yeah, Bartek.
You are a really cute 13-year-old, and I love what I saw.
Wow.
I need to see you in
Oh, my goodness. JP Dub. What are you saying?
person, talk, and see what you
The
are
same
wanting.
look as the pepper steak guy. They all have this look, this incredulous look on their face when they get the chat log read back to them. Like, how fucking dare you read my own words back to me?
When you're offline. Also, you talked about peeps porn.
Good and you. Trademark.
By the way, why wouldn't I want to see you and taste your beautiful body?
Oh, my
Make
goodness.
love to
That's
you. You are a gorgeous 13-year-old.
That's not my style. I never had any of that.
Not his style, people. So, in case you were wondering if tasting nuts is JPW's style, it is not.
Affiliation with 13-year-olds.
Are you a photographer?
Yes, Jim.
I think about a long time ago I was. I did some
You
photography.
think about it a long time.
Well, I don't consider myself.
I think about a long time ago. He is a fucking quote. JPW, you are a quote machine, baby. That's what I love about you. That's why I love you, JPW. You are a quote machine. You, Palumbo, Lorne, you guys just bring it, and I love you for it.
Photographer.
It's not a good and you moment at all. Was JPW raised by Ma? If you read his memoirs, no, he was not raised by Ma.
I think it's been a long time.
I am a promotional photographer.
I know some people that knew that of me.
I know some people who knew that of me. I knew some people who knew that of me. What does that even fucking mean, JP Dub? He makes no sense, and man, he just brings it. I love just JPW.
Did you ever do any promotions for Kindergarten Cop, the movie?
I saw the movie. I know some people that have seen me with the movie, but that was it.
Some people have seen you with the movie. Does it mean that I worked on Avengers because I've seen the movie? Can I say that I worked on Avengers because I saw it? And I know I do know some people who know that I've seen it. So does that count as me working on it? I think so. I'm going to put it on my resume.
I am a promotional photographer and have
Frigid saw the movie.
done such promotions as Kindergarten Cop,
I've done
some porno, gay
landscape-
porno film.
Right,
I've done
Edgar.
some landscape.
He's done Kindergarten Cop and gay pornos. That you did something really terrible on the set of Kindergarten Cop if you got demoted that far, JPW.
Photography. I have not used J. Michael Wilson
Did you try to taste Arnold's nuts? I bet you that's what you did.
in a long time, as far as in the internet or addresses. I have the name on my school ID because
Yeah,
of the
thank you,
fact-
Rami.
Or how did I say that?
He's done landscape porn photography. Yeah, that's what I want to see. I want to see the landscape porn photography. Come on, Tree, you sexy bitch.
When I was going to school, 6 years ago, 10 years ago,
You weren't in
6 to 10
school
years ago,
6
right?
fucking years ago, JP. Well, actually, I think he was. You know, there are kernels of honesty in this, like, hidden in here.
1999, when I left. End of story. But I've had some people that really didn't like me.
Who wouldn't like you?
I understood, and I seen construction up here, and I wasn't sure.
Wait a minute, you've seen construction, or somebody told you about construction, your story is shifting.
Well, minute, what I saw
Get your shit together, JPW. Get him, Chris.
on the way up here, I saw construction.
Right.
That's what I said. I said I was told about construction. I saw construction, and I was told that if I'm late, don't trip. There's a young man here. I can leave.
Trip. Look at JPW using that hip lingo.
A young man.
That's what I was told.
Now, who told you this? Just so I have the story straight. Somebody calls you when? Today, yesterday, the day
He looks 23 and fresh out of college. In Robert Lyon's years, yes, he does look 23.
before.
Oh, I guess it's been about a week.
It's a conspiracy.
Yeah.
It says, Michael, I know you're looking for a job.
Actually, we talked about a number of things.
And who's
It sounds like you talked about tasting nuts and construction work. I wonder which you brought up first, JPW, because I know I've been on a lot of interviews, and if you talk about tasting nuts, you usually got the job.
the person who called?
Who was the person that called? God, I had about 3 different phone calls. Michael, I talked to Michael on the bus on the 482.
I know.
I talked to.
Wait a minute, who, just be straight with me. Who called you to say there was a job and you should come here and leave it?
Chris, what are you not understanding about this story? Someone called him, told him about John Pedersen, told him that there was construction work. He went on the number 1, but he took the number 3 because the number 1 wasn't running anymore. He took the number 3, then he walked a great distance. He saw construction going on. He walked into a random house to speak to a person that he'd never seen before. I don't know why this is so hard for you to understand.
I came on just what he had told me about.
You were listening to
That's
his
what
podcast?
I came on. I came on. I'm just striving for work. I came on the fact that I was told there was construction work, and they're not caring whether or not there's some past history, a little bit. You know what I'm saying? I'm just trying to
He never talked to you on the bus, Michael? We're finding holes in your story, JPW.
find work.
Where do you live, Michael?
I live in Pomona.
That's where he lives.
In Pomona.
That's where I live in.
What's your address in Pomona?
693 North Signal. I live in Pomona. That's where I live.
He is so great. He lives in Pomona. That's where he lives.
You know why? You know.
I love when he answers the question with just like a statement, like with the question, but not in question form. Where do you live? I live in Pomona. That is where I live. You got such a great interviews. That is your style,
I
JPW.
live there.
Hey, Timothy.
I know, but I was told by on the bus. I was told by actually it was a conversation on the bus by a Mexican who was riding the bus. He says,
Okay, we got to change the story. So here's what really happened. Okay, so he got a call from somebody who told him about John Pedersen. He went to take the number 3 because the number 1 didn't run anymore. And while he was on the number 3, what's up, Shoo Shooey? While he was on the number 3, a Mexican told him about construction that the guy on the phone had already told him about. So he already knew about all this. So then he had to walk several miles, and he did indeed see construction, went into a random house, and then this unfortunate stuff happened.
cement company. I know about one of those companies that I'm going to try and check into.
Milk. Wait a minute. I would like to know about the bag of milk, and my first question is why. Yeah. So he was asked about that, and his answer was milk was something I like to drink. Did he enjoy it at like above room temperature? Because like I imagine that in his sweaty ass bag in Riverside, California, that milk was probably there was just probably bacteria you can fucking see on that fucking milk.
I know about some construction up here.
See, Shushui understands. Dap, you know what? He does look like Jerry Lawler.
What's your plan? Where were you going to stay tonight?
What?
Where were you
going
going to
to
stay
back
tonight?
home?
You're going to go back home.
See,
Yeah.
Edamame, I can explain it all away.
All the way here.
I came up. You know what happened?
Now, Chris, you're fucking pissing him off. You better just shut the fuck up and listen. Shut the fuck up. Seriously.
You're going to drop off a note,
Stop.
and then you're going to
You know what happened?
He has a bottle of water in front of him the entire time, and he never drinks from it. I think he was allergic to water. That explains his appearance.
How it started is I was coming up on a bus, and I got up here and I found out the number 3 doesn't run any longer. Okay, but I'm already past the 1. Okay, and I'm up here and I'm finding out as I'm walking, I'm looking for a bus stop and says, and I, excuse me, I'm told that
Hot milk is almost hot milk goes really really well with Mama Gwen's poit poit.
at 6 o'clock or something like that. I'm already on foot though.
I think so, Bartek.
Okay, so I'm told steam something. I don't know. I'm just told that up in this area, okay, that there's and I had an address. All I did is write down an address.
Okay, I got to go through the story again because it's not John Pierre's fault. It's my fault. I'm not really paying attention. So the guy on the phone gave him an address and told him about Scott Pedersen. He took the number 3 because the number 1 wasn't running anymore. A Mexican on the bus told him about John Pedersen, who he already knew about. He saw construction going on. He walked into the house. Okay, it's making sense.
I was told that a young man
Who was sending these emails with your...
I haven't used that account since 1999.
I don't like water, sir.
Here's the problem with that.
I think if I drink that, I'm going to throw up.
I know.
What's
You
up,
were at a
Attitude?
public library using a computer.
You know what I was, or you know that somebody was using that account?
I know you were.
You know, I was. That's good.
That's one of my favorite things. Like, oh, that's good. he is so pissed at Chris Hansen. Like, I don't know, man. Like this story, it's starting to come unglued a little bit because there's now this whole public library thing that's blowing up in JPW's face. And by the way, Chris Hansen didn't. He's calling his bluff right now because Chris Hansen didn't know that John Pierre Wehry was. He's not fucking surveilling John Pierre Wehry.
I do sometimes go in and talk to a friend of mine in the public library.
Scott Pedersen was watching him.
You know that Jay.
Can I taste your nuts? And
That's
will
not
you
my style.
Not his style, Chris.
me? That's what porn is.
That's
Lots of
my
orally
style.
sex. How can I promote someone I never had lots of hot sex?
I can figure that maybe a couple of people
Moodling.
might want to try to get me in trouble. I don't know. That does not.
There are a lot of flakes out there who are trying to get us in trouble. You got John Pedersen and the rest of the flakes. I got the Cornville Mafia. So we both got our problems, JP Dub.
You're saying this was somebody else, even though we know you're
What's
at
up,
the
Eddie?
public library using a computer.
Headphones supposed to make him look younger? I don't know. Maybe.
And
What
we
you know
that this
is I was at a public library. That's what you may know.
Well, you don't know everything I know.
Yeah.
Winky
So
face.
you want to tell me the real story now? Or you want to go with what you got? It's up to you.
Chris is
And
big
what
brother,
does
I
the
know.
real story get me?
It's
Oh,
up
he's
to you.
he's
You can
tasted
tell me
nuts,
the
all
truth,
right.
you can tell me the
He's
story.
tasted his fair share of nuts. And if you hear his autobiography, he's tasted some nuts in his day.
It's up to you. I can't make you do one thing or the other.
And
Your story doesn't make that much sense.
It
Now,
doesn't
maybe
make-
I'm skeptical.
Maybe I think that's what I think the issue is, Chris. You're just jaded because this story makes perfect sense to all of us.
I don't know,
But it doesn't
I don't even
make
know
sense.
who you are.
Damn.
I don't even know who you are. I came in here.
Chris fucking hates that when people don't know who he is.
I was just now told that gate's open. Come on in. Okay.
No one
And
told
who
you
told
that.
you that?
A young man.
A young man.
Oh yeah, actually that decoy did say that.
Okay. I was
All
told
these pedos look busted as fuck. What teenagers are attracted to that? I don't know.
there was a young man here that knows.
That knows what?
This guy that runs this
The
construction.
tongue thing is a good. What's going on, Infant? No. The tongue thing is his way of hinting to Chris that a good nut tasting if he dropped the case. Yeah, I beg of you, he'll do anything.
Okay, we're good.
What this sounds like, Michael, is that you were coming here to have sex with a 13-year-old
Oh,
boy.
hell no. I'm dating. I got her phone number on my computer.
I want to know, like, why did they bleep that out? Because, like, he's saying he dated a young black girl, but I don't know why, like, they bleep that out.
I'm on my phone. And I'm dating a young black girl.
Oh, I don't know what. I don't know what he said. Because, what did you say, JPW?
Well, why would you say these things to somebody you thought was a 13-year-old?
Maybe somebody else that was also like
I would love to see what else he had in that backpack. I would love that too, Zoodmaster. Because you know it's the most random fucking crazy shit. Like, he's got like a ping pong paddle in there, and he's got like, comic books, and, and like a box of crayons. It's just the fucking most random, like, a dead squirrel.
computer in the library been using my name.
Corey Aha?
So it's one big mix-up.
I'm telling you what I came here for, and I don't have sex with anybody.
Oh.
Not me. And if you were anybody that had access to my record, you look at my record, you figure out that the only time I had any problems with anybody was a young woman, unless you look at my adolescence.
A pack of nuts. There was probably a pack of nuts in there. Yep. Heroin needles. Yeah, he had just fucking random crazy shit in there. A hairbrush with a bunch of hair stuck in it. Definitely. He had to look good for Scott Pedersen.
And then I was an adolescent.
So you've got a record.
My favorite line in this whole thing is, well, if you look at my stuff, I had some problems with a young lady when I was an adolescent, but then I was an adolescent. See?
I'm guessing I do.
A kindergarten cop
You're
coloring
guessing you
book.
do.
Yeah.
A half-eaten McDonald's double cheeseburgers in there. Yeah, yep. His most prized possessions in that backpack. Well, his most prized possession was, what's going on, Clinton? His most prized possession was that fucking milk, because he was dying to get to that fucking milk.
I have a record. You know I have
You
a
had a
record.
problem with a young woman.
A long time ago.
And by the way, that when he says I had a problem with a young woman, he means he raped a young woman.
Do you do time for that?
Don't you know?
I'm asking you.
Why are you asking?
I want to know the truth.
Yes, I've done time for that.
Kelp Pill and face makeup are both here. What's up, Haiku King? Oh yeah. Oh yeah.
Straight up, I've done time for that. It was a young woman. Ain't no kids in me.
Ain't no kids in him. Fook Red. There ain't no kids in him, Fook Red.
In my records, they even suggested.
There's lots of
I
your
wa-
records to suggest it, actually, JP Dub. That is a bad argument you're making. You should have aborted on that. This is the part of his story where he's getting himself into trouble. I was with him until, like, right there. But now he's shooting himself. You're shooting yourself in the foot, JP.
Have walked from.
Some
a long
KY
ti-
jelly.
Let me get my milk out of my bag. That's all I'm gonna do.
I'd rather you didn't go in your bag. I mean,
Look at the look he gives Chris Hansen when Chris Hansen won't let him get his milk. Look at that fucking glare. He is so pissed at Chris Hansen because he can't get his goddamn milk. This is the most angry. He's like a 1-year-old who doesn't get his baba, and look how fucking pissed he is at Daddy Hansen. What's up, Galaxy Garrison's in the house.
I'm almost finished answering questions.
He is so fucking pissed off. You know what? I'm not going to answer any more of your fucking questions unless I get my goddamn milk. Throw a tantrum, JP Dub.
Huh?
I'm almost finished asking you questions. What was your plan?
No, he's never getting out of prison.
Here?
He needs
My
milk,
plan
man.
was because
He
I'm
needs it.
desperate for a job.
He's desperate for a job. And he's desperate to taste nuts, and he's desperate for that fucking sweet, over room temperature milk that he's got in that backpack.
I have no money, income, none.
That's the one food item that Dell is not, or that Frag is not going to go anywhere near.
That's it.
What's up,
You know
Spent?
what part of my problem has been?
Bows.
I can tell
They're
you where my
bows.
desperation comes
What's up,
from,
Wes?
Okay? My desperation was for a job. If somebody else had used an email,
See, my desperation was for a job. Now my desperation is for that milk. And Chris, I can't even think straight right now unless you let me get to that fucking milk. So I say good day to you, sir. I said good day. JP, one of my favorites too, Brienne. He's very polarizing, as I said before.
email account that I used a long time ago.
Yummy warm
I'm sorry about
milkies.
that. Then we got to. Then I got to change a number.
It's
of
cow
things.
nectar, yeah. One of the things one of the number of things that you have to change, JPW. And what's with the fucking tongue out all the time? He's the Michael Jordan of sex predators. One of the things you have to change is this fucking milk thing, because I don't know, you're gonna get very, very sick.
That I have it on by G. Michael Wilson at Yahoo.
No, I don't think he is.
1999.
I think it came out that he has Asperger's disease. Yeah, I think.
That
But I think that's different than autism, though. I think.
is the truth. Now I've been in the library. I've talked
I don't know
China
anything. I'm a fucking idiot, so I don't know.
with a couple of people. Right.
Let
There
me
are
have
a
my milk,
couple
I beg
places
of you.
in this world that I know of.
So please.
You're talking to a boy named Luke.
I don't know a boy named Luke.
He's
I
never had an affiliation with any 13-year-olds. That's not his style, Chris.
I'll be there as close to 11 as possible, so I will need your number so that I can call you when I'm near the bus stop.
Oh, hell yeah, Brienne. Me
I will
too.
look for you, and we will discreetly go to your room and talk. And we'll talk
He is
about
the
whatever
milkman.
pops up and stimulates you. I will
This is
look
not-
for you.
By the time that JPW got to that milk, it was like Walter Baff's pancake batter at this point.
And we will discreetly go to your room and talk. And we'll
He needs
talk
a
about whatever
Giona.
pops
He
up
needs a bra.
and stimulates
What color panties in bra?
you to whatsoever you want.
You are reading me something that somebody wrote. I'm sorry to hear that.
Another. See, again, this guy is just a fucking quote machine. You're reading me something that somebody wrote, and I'm sorry to hear that. That comment is probably all over Joey's video with his book.
So I need
I know I wrote it.
exact bus stop near
He's a sea
our
cow.
place.
Yeah,
As I
he's
get
definitely.
off, I'll walk toward your street, so you also must tell me how to get to your bedroom.
He's one glass of milk away from being a D, actually.
There.
Well, I don't know
You're reacting to a video that somebody made, and I'm sorry to hear that.
about what everybody that this person has said to a 13. I never even met a 13-year-old.
Nope. Not even when he was 13, he had never met a 13-year-old. Not even when he was a 13-year-old had he never met a 13-year-old. He went right from age 12 to 14 just so he wouldn't have any affiliation with 13-year-olds. What's up, Aaron? Asperger's is a high-functioning autism. Okay, I didn't know. Okay.
I'm not going to talk to somebody I never met before.
Is that what, like, Chris Chan has, then?
That's what it looks like you did.
I never met this person. Who's Luke? I never met no Luke.
Ain't no Luke in him.
You didn't talk to him via the internet.
He wants to be in a Luke, but there ain't no Luke in him, if you know what I'm saying, Chris. Winky face.
I've never talked to anybody that I know of by the
14
name
y'all.
of Luke. Grant, I talked to somebody tonight. I never asked the young man their name.
He's your father.
Well,
Luke.
I never asked the young man their name.
the reason why I'm so curious about all of this
Because you're a curious predator.
is that I'm Chris Hansen with Dateline NBC, and we've been doing a story on computer predators.
Oh,
adults
shit.
who go online to try to beat.
You are not going to like how this turns out. This is not going to look good for you, JPW. I don't think you're going to want to put this on your resume with kindergarten cop and gay pornos.
Young teen.
I wonder if he brought a DVD of
Anything else
kindergarten
you'd like
cop.
to say for yourself? We'd love to hear. If not, you're obviously
That douchebag Stephen Giese brought his fucking his mixtape. So why wouldn't he bring like? Look at this fucking look. What is this look you're giving us? He's not happy. He looks like a bulldog. I think Chris isn't quite that high functioning. You're probably right. You're probably right.
I'm not doing anything. Now, if there's not, it's Scott Pedersen.
There's no Scott Pedersen.
Well, then I bid you adieu, sir.
And
Do you have Scott Pedersen's name written down?
no, I have an ad.
What's that going to do, Chris? If he has Scott Pedersen, what if he has a crumbled up piece of paper with Scott Pedersen? Are you going to release him? Are you going to all charges going to be dropped?
address. I can leave an address. That's all I was planning to do.
Chris
So Scott
Chan is a
Pedersen can leave
troll?
a phone number, no address.
So you never wrote down Scott Pedersen's name?
No, I didn't write anybody else's name either.
I didn't even write my name. I can't spell John Pierre Wehry.
I'm gonna have to change some.
What's up,
things, but
Marcus?
No, I have never, ever
And then he grabs the milk, sprays it all over Chris like he's popping open a bottle of champagne.
All right. Is there anything else you'd like to say?
That's JPW Chris Stahl.
No.
Dr. Jones, good day. Why did you come dressed like that if you were going for a job interview, though, JPW? In fact, but why? Actually, more to the point, why did you come dressed like that if you thought you were going to fuck somebody?
So you never wrote down Scott Pedersen's name anywhere?
No.
He maintained until the very end of the interview that he was just a dusty, determined traveler who came from a long ways away.
He did. He came from a long ways away.
To try to get honest work.
The young man I thought was supposed to be here.
What's that person's name?
Scott was supposed to be here.
Scott, what about, wait, I thought it was John Pedersen. Wait, is it Scott Pedersen or John Pedersen? Okay. We got to go through this story just one last time because we're at the end of the video. So, somebody who we didn't know called him, told him about John Pedersen. So, he took the number 3 because the number 1 didn't run anymore. While on the number 3, a Mexican on the bus told him about Scott Pedersen and about construction. So he got off the number 3 and he walked a great distance. I think maybe about a long time ago all this happened. He saw construction and then he walked in the house. Okay, got it.
And he didn't mention his name. I just said, look, at Scott.
Who's Scott?
The guy I was supposed to.
I
was told.
You work construction?
I was looking for any kind of job.
You don't work right now?
No.
Can you believe that Jean-Pierre Wehry wasn't working at the time? Spoiler alert, he went to jail for a very, very, very long time. Still in jail, as a matter of fact. 3-striker. Jean-Pierre Wehry is a 3-striker. So now I have Jean-Pierre Wehry talking to Joey about about the bust, about what you just saw. So JPW, Joey, take it away, boys. John is the French version of John. Yeah, he's a Frenchman.
Hello.
Hello, Joey. How are you doing in New York?
Good. How's it going out there?
You haven't gone out today?
How's it going out there?
What the fuck what are you talking about, JP?
But we were talking about things.
Yes.
I'm in the process of establishing that I have Asperger's for the court.
Okay.
They had no business putting me on trial anymore than just
They had no business on putting him on trial. Okay.
The same, or rather unavailable for trial, would be a retard. They have classified Asperger's patients as those who are either.
Wait a minute. What did he just say? What did you just say, JP?
Unavailable for trial would be a retard.
Wait a minute. I don't think the court said that, JPW. Did you say that like you're not available for trial for being a retard? I'm pretty sure that wasn't in the court. That's nowhere in the court documents, JPW.
They have classified Asperger's patients as those who are either schizophrenic or are severely moderately retarded. And those are violations of my civil rights not to have.
There's no way that any of this was in the court. There's no fucking way.
You can't hold somebody. The moment you say not guilty.
Yeah, Joey's a legend, man. He got to talk to all these lunatics.
Asperger's syndrome people, or the name in which they used beforehand.
If Klauber was his defense attorney, he wouldn't have even went to trial. It's right. I would have got him off. If I was his defense attorney, I would have found that goddamn John Pedersen, and would have got this shit taken care of.
It's the same. You just can't try that way.
Joey's videos introduced you to pornography. Nice.
Asperger's syndrome and retardation. They've won in the sense that they had to be sent home.
Right.
Given it dismissed. We're going to forgive you.
Right.
Forgive this case. What we're doing.
You know, when you got arrested, another 50 men also got arrested, and 50 other men got 50 other men got arrested the weekend you got arrested.
Right.
All of them got very short prison sentences, except for a guy named Thomas Bodnar.
Yeah, I remember the Ember talking to JPW too. That one's not around anymore, though, is it, Joey? Because I can't find that one.
Had a previous rape conviction, and I think he got 15 years.
GG got you going in pornography.
Hold the thought. Backtrack for a moment. You were starting to get very blurry over here.
You were starting to get blurry. I think Joey was just fine. I think it was your head that was getting blurry. He said 50 other men were charged, and you got the longest sentence, and the only one who got anything near what you got was Thomas Bodnar. And Thomas Bodnar, that guy's the biggest piece of shit that ever got caught on To Catch a Predator, in my opinion.
Oh yeah.
So I wasn't understanding what you were saying.
There was only one other gentleman that got a long prison sentence, and he had a previous conviction for a rape, and he got 15 years. Most of the other men got probation to 6 months for that crime.
This call and your telephone number will be monitored and recorded.
Did I see what? What did I miss, Jess?
I was one of the persons that had a rape.
Is he really worse than Kevin Molesterbeck? You know, honestly, that's kind of like a hard thing to say. I mean, is like what's worse than, you know? I mean, they're both huge pieces of shit. So yeah, I don't know. I guess they're equal. Thomas Bodnar is just, for me, he's the guy who makes my skin crawl the most, especially now because he was like instrumental in like suing the California prison system for some fucking nonsense. So he's like a jailhouse lawyer now. So he's probably not getting fucking destroyed in prison like he should be. Thomas Bodnar was a dude with a black eye. Yes, he was, Ramy. He was the one.
Now you had a couple previous convictions, if I'm right. You had two.
Well, no, Joey. He had some stuff in his adolescence, but then he was an adolescent, so it's all good.
Huh?
Did you have two convictions before this one?
Yeah, hamburger. Exactly. It's hard to compare. But when I think of like when somebody says like who's the worst predator on To Catch a Predator, the first name that pops in my head is Thomas Bodnar. But you're right. You can't like. I mean, there's none of them are better than the other. You know, the rest of them. They were all doing the fucking same terrible thing. But when I just think the biggest piece of shit, it's my first. It's like a Rorschach test. You know, my first thought is Thomas Bodnar.
In total, yes. I don't think. The other one is which way do you really want to look at it? Because the name of the drug is, or one of them.
What the fuck are you talking about? You talking about drugs?
Annoying of the adolescent or a minor.
You were a minor?
Okay. Read,
yeah, Edgar, but so did Molesterbeck.
Basically, I told the guy to go fuck off, I could have annoyed him, and you'd get me arrested for what would end up being a misdemeanor.
You know, Haiku King, because you wouldn't know because he wasn't really, like, as soon as like Chris came out, he ran out of the house and the cops fucking tackled him, broke his arm, and fucking gave him a black eye. He's got a really classic mugshot though of him with his arm in a sling and a fucking black eye. It's like the most satisfying thing I've ever seen. I just wish I was one of those cops that got to do that.
Play around with it all they want. No, there was a rape, as I said.
Okay.
I'm ashamed of that, but.
Well, in your book you said it was rape.
And that was when you were an adolescent? Which one was when you were an adolescent?
Which one what?
Which one happened when you were an adolescent? What was that charge?
Oh, and in his adolescent, I remember his charge when he was an adolescent. He was shooting fucking guns and he shot somebody in the neck. It was somebody, like he was just like doing target practice or some shit. And he like missed a fence or something and hit somebody in a gas station, like, you know, a block away in the fucking neck.
The charge when you were a minor, what was that for?
Oh, when I was a minor? No, that shouldn't count against me anyway, but okay.
Okay.
I had a similar charge, I think it's
Slave to mistresses, yeah.
To the one I currently do time for.
Right. when you got arrested, when you came in that house, did you think Chris Hansen was police? Did you know who he was?
He thought he was Scott Pedersen. Joey, why are you even asking that question? He clearly thought that was John Pedersen.
I don't have.
Adolescent charge was forcing a 12-year-old to blow him in jail after being arrested for getting two 13-year-olds drunk and having sex with them. He was 14. How old was he when he shot the person in the neck then?
Did I think what?
The person that interviewed you in the house.
Yes.
Did you know he was a television personality, or did you think he was police?
No,
Did you even know he was there?
He made it very clear that he's Chris Hansen, blah, blah,
No,
blah,
he
blah,
didn't.
blah, blah,
You
blah.
didn't know who the fuck he was. You barely know who the fuck you are.
To him, relatively plainly.
Right.
And then to the cops, now that I'm under arrest, I can now demand that you have a psychiatrist, or rather a lawyer, sit
right.
here while I go ahead and answer your questions. And guess what? That never happened tonight either.
Enter Jamestown, California. This call and your telephone number will be
No, I'm sorry,
monitored and
Edgar.
recorded. To accept this call, say or dial 5 now. Thank you for using Global Tel Link.
Michael or Damien, or what should I call you?
Between you and me, you can just call me Damien.
Okay.
That's my middle name. That's the middle name my mother
I thought Pierre was your middle name, but whatever.
gave me before I became a Catholic for real.
Okay.
And that meant that I go to the church and get a special blessing and all that good stuff. And
Didn't take.
then I decided, since nobody can pronounce my first name, I'll just go with my Holy Communion name, which is Michael.
Michael, okay.
Saint Michael.
No one can pronounce.
Did you ever
John?
go by JP or something like that?
I have my older
What's up, Lean?
neighbors, sometimes my grandma and grandma, call me JP.
I call you JP. I hope you don't mind. I refer to you as JP Dub.
I don't know what. I have an impulse control problem.
Cool and Calm Reborn. I heard that's not his real name, Reborn.
After changing my mind about
Been a minute. It has.
the discussions, I had waited, and suddenly he asked me, when I wasn't talking to him anymore, he asked me, send an email to me, do I do any modeling? Not do modeling, but do I photograph models?
Okay.
And I said, well, I have. That's what I've done. And I'm in need of money. I need
Dan
a
and
job.
Duke, what the fuck is this show? This is
This call.
was To Catch a Predator. Now this is Joey talking to John Pierre Wehry. This is years and years later.
And your telephone number will be monitored and recorded.
So the very next thing I said is, yeah, I have, and at least I've gotten them SAG ID cards,
He got a lack of judgment.
You help people get SAG cards.
SAG cards.
Mm-hmm.
That's.
Am I streaming tomorrow? I am streaming tomorrow. 6:30 Central, baby. We're going to be listening to Holy Lornography in Lauren's own words.
An identification for the membership to the Screen
Right.
Actors Guild.
Right, yeah.
Yeah, we know what it is, asshole.
And that was important. I thought that was very important.
He's so
That's
fucking
why I
crazy.
said, I get money off this. So I asked him, are you realizing I'm going to charge you money? Like, I'm going to charge you like I charge everybody else, $300.
I never know what's going on in
For
Lauren
modern
World.
art.
Well, I'll tell you what's going on in Lauren World. Lauren and I are battling for merch sales, apparently.
Photos.
Because I'm going to have to come out to you and all that kind of bullshit.
Right.
But Lauren, here's the thing though. Lauren can't use any of the phrases because I trademarked them all. So what's he going to sell? I should have asked them when they were here. He can't use those fucking phrases. I'll sue his ass.
I wanted money that was
I trademarked that shit, Lauren.
with my time. Especially since
You
I'm
can't say good in you.
$50.
Face to face?
want
I didn't trademark that one. I should have.
Well, and then again, I did because, like I said, well, my vehicle is not in condition right now.
He looks like a fat crocodile hunter, dude. He does.
So
Right.
I'm going to take a bus up to.
Thank you, Gordon.
So he said he'll be there. When I got there was nobody at the door, and I'm calling just to make sure, I don't want to screw up just because I can't read the address.
Mm-hmm.
And so I knock on the door.
You didn't knock. You went, and then you crashed into the door.
And a woman answers the door. Not answers, but
that was perceptive.
It was the sliding glass door was open, but the screen door.
Lord has more subs than you. That is true, Rami. He does have a bigger fan base than I do. That's for sure.
Closed.
Right, yeah.
I don't want.
But he doesn't have the market. Here's the thing, Rami. He doesn't have the marketing ability that I do because I paid very close attention to Wes in his marketing. He doesn't have the marketing ability that I do, and he doesn't have the catchphrases because I copyrighted all that shit. The Church of Cod. I don't understand who this guy is talking to. Oh, this is Pierre Wehry talking to Joey.
Came to a screen door closed. I just.
Yeah, you ran into that fucking screen door.
I don't walk in.
Right.
Rams don't play the Bears? I thought they did.
And it was a woman. And she says, I hope you brought the camera. Well, screen acting, guild, blah, blah, blah. I do photography. I probably need one. I held her back.
Yeah, that's probably essential. If you do photography, I think a camera would probably be a good idea to acquire. You could buy one off Lauren. He was trying to pawn one.
Remember I told you I probably won't be able to.
I know, Wes, it is.
Okay.
Because I don't have a contract at this time.
Okay.
See you, edamame.
And she says, he'll be right down. I said,
she said, I'll be right down. I whacked the crap out of my toe, and I'm going to bleed all over the carpet.
I'm leaving. Something didn't feel right. That was
yeah, I take marketing advice, Nicholas. Now, unlike the Hanson people, I take marketing advice.
That was that moment.
That's why I'm going to fucking cream Lauren in this fucking sales war that we got going on.
Just didn't feel correct. And I said, goodbye.
Right.
You thought me and Joey were the same person? We might be.
Right.
And I left, or started to leave. I'm at the door, and it was like...
Too bad the Lauren reality show wasn't still on. I'd totally go into his comment room and shamelessly promote. You can still do that. T. Davis, I should. That's what I should do. I should copyright the name Lauren Armstrong. Hey, CT, is he on IMDb? Is who? Is Pierre Wehry? I don't know. Is he? One of these guys is. What's the guy who was the fucking extra on like Chris something? He was like the extra on like fucking Pearl Harbor and shit. I think he's on. There's CT. You goddamn right there is, Jess.
Camera saw me, and I was like, what the...
Or there's going to be. There's not yet. I'm still working out some of the kinks, but there's going to be. It's going to be a bonanza. I'm going to be a fucking millionaire.
My job, not yours.
I'm going to make some goddamn sweet Laurenography money,
right.
Finally.
And that's how the ball game got started.
Oof.
He should be afraid, Michael.
And then did the police do all their interview after?
Chris Moore, that's it, Chris Moore. He is on Chris Urban. No, Chris Urban's not on IMDb, but Chris Moore, or Pete Moore is. Christopher Moore, yeah.
Parking lot?
No, in the driveway.
They did in the driveway.
This is right outside the house, in the driveway.
Right.
They did the interview.
You didn't have to answer the questions, shithead.
And there wasn't a further interview in a police station. It was all done outside.
Will you buy me a SpongeBob jacket?
They went ahead,
yes.
And when I got to the police station, they continued with their discussion.
Oh, yeah?
Lauren Armstrong has IMDb? I didn't know that. I got to get myself an IMDb. Relaunch the Lauren reality show. I should. It's going to be a puppet version. I'm going to have Lauren Puppet do I'm going to remake every single one of the Lauren reality shows with Lauren Puppet.
Oh, so they did it more at the police station too.
Face to face. I will, Jess. I did not trademark that one.
I have subsequently found out.
JMac has an IMDb page too. How do these motherfuckers? Well, I mean, I guess those. How do these guys have IMDb pages?
That it was the NBC.
It's his birthday and info.
Ran the show.
Okay.
Yeah, basically, yeah.
Lord's next dog will be natural
call and your telephone number will be monitored and recorded.
His next dog will be Corona.
Nobody there that fit their situation.
Yeah, I think so too, Aaron.
There wasn't supposed to be neither.
Right.
The person that I saw was.
Oh, it would make TJ. That makes sense. That like Lauren does have an IMDb page because he was the biggest thing on NBC, bigger than Seinfeld.
When I conversated with him on the phone, he was an adult. The person who signed up, who
Vince has an IMDb.
Internet
Well, that I believe.
Also, the same thing.
Right.
He disappeared.
Now, was that a guy named? Was that John Peterson?
Pedersen.
No.
You know, Joey.
That guy. He was the guy I'm talking about now. Happens to be the NBC kid.
Oh, okay.
Come on, Joey. You know it's Pedersen. Don't. You know what you're doing, Joey.
It was all a mess. It was not.
He has an IMDb for the reality show. You got to be shitting me.
Structured right, and I guess that's because I was like the number one person in that particular area.
What do you mean by number one?
Number one, as in I was the first one to be harassed by them.
Oh,
you were?
Of course.
That, as far as I could tell, because it was so messy. Then I asked,
I don't think that's true, JPW. I don't think you were the first person arrested in that sting because it was late at night. It was like 11 p.m., which is normal time to go on a job interview.
I was there for 5 minutes, and all of a sudden, 2, 3, 4 people come in.
Why was his sentence so high? Because he's a third striker, so he had some problems in his adolescence with a young lady, but then he was an adolescent, so I don't know. They should have considered that.
Boom, boom,
right.
boom.
Right.
It's a nightmare.
Oh no, I know they arrested 50 people that weekend.
All innocent.
4 other people.
John
One
Pedersen
was in California. The other 3 were in Florida. They got off at trial by arguing the chat.
What?
The discussion.
No way.
They had people.
Sally motherfucking Wexler. She doing some shady shit, boy.
Well, I mean, severely retarded people. Even one out in Riverside, was severely brain damaged, and he got convicted.
Yep.
So I don't know how strong an argument.
Harassed. I'm sorry, harassed. That's right.
I'm not even sure. I don't know what they did by way of argument either.
They argued the chat. I mean, if when I don't know what you talked to the police about, but I know when you were talking to
what happened? Well, Wentlever was just here. Her stream died suddenly last night. Yeah, I think she got like a bullying complaint or some shit, and they just fucking closed down her stream. I think she can still stream though. I think that's what she said. She can still stream.
Chris Hansen, you had mentioned the job interview.
He was dating a young black woman.
I don't know if there was any truth to was there a job interview? Was there?
No, he didn't call Kosas severely retarded.
A Mexican on the bus telling you about a job.
I think he was referring to what's his face. He was referring to Cybert. Yep.
At John Peterson's house.
No, I lied. I prefer the truth. I got
sick
that night when I finally hit myself because I hate lying.
Oh shit! It came out. So, what we're learning right now is everything that he said, and I fucking trusted you, JP Dub. Everything that you just said was everything that you said to Chris Hansen was bullshit. The Mexican on the bus, the number 3, all of it, John Pedersen, all of it was a lie. I don't know if I'll ever be able to trust again.
Without some bullshit. After all, they paid for it.
It will be, Jess. It's going to be huge. It's going to be a bonanza.
But it was non-true. It was nonsensical. It didn't really matter one way or another. You didn't have me confessing, no denying anything. I was pissed off and
Daniel
scared
Polito.
in the second place because what I did is I had a conversation with...
I know. It's heartbreaking to me. All this time, I was on a manhunt for John Pedersen, and now I just realized that I was wasting my fucking time. This is really, really disappointing. Luckily, there's only 40 seconds left because I can't. I'm just done. I'm heartbroken, quite honestly. Just woke up. What's up, Lee? Had to watch since you were talking about my favorite Predator. Oh yeah, JPW again. He's a polarizing figure, but I love him.
The person is supposed to be some boy.
This call and your telephone number will be monitored and recorded.
John Pedersen was inside all of us. John Pierre. So John Pedersen was kind of like, what the fuck is the name of the Brad Pitt in Fight Club? Tyler Durden, or Tyler Durden. That's what John Pedersen was the whole time.
A limit. Oh shit.
A twist ending.
And
you got some mini syllables going on there, JP Dub.
to myself about the situation. He seems to have nothing but that sex object in his mind. Then I told him I quit. But see, we don't see that in an email anywhere. I know that it seems to have magically disappeared. Maybe Hillary Clinton has it. I don't know.
Hillary Clinton has it. JPW is making some funnies.
Yeah. That's funny.
All right, you fucking lunatic. Okay, so that was John Pierre Wehry, everybody. I will be back on tomorrow with Sunday with Quad, so 6:30 Central Time. We're going to be listening to Lauren reading the Holy Laurenography. Just so all the people in the Cornville Mafia get to listen to the way Lauren talks to a 13-year-old and decide if he's really worth protecting. Apparently he is. All right, everybody. This conspiracy goes deep. It does. It does. I'm almost done my cigarette. Thank you all so much for hanging out with Old Clobber Eyes tonight, and I will talk to all of you tomorrow. Good. Goodbye, my precious princesses. Yeah.